go door to you. Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Nigeria and the United States of America in strategic alliance to enhance quality of petroleum products in Nigeria. As delegates from Nigeria and 3 other West African countries benefit from the American Society for Testing Materials ASTM trainings in Lagos. Do not move a muscle. I'll be back shortly.
Now look behind me. All this one now wire. Where we seize from them. You know, see, as them plenty there. Iron 9 they put inside. Maybe some people have saying their money for time and now they take build a house. You can't use this kind of wire. I can't burn and down. What do you get again? So when we now see people with this kind of thing, maybe they tell us to, we will go catch them.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
For quite some time now, Nigerians have had to contend with the influx of substandard products into the country. The prevalence of these bad products has continued to take its toll on the nation's economy, especially the industrial sector, leading to massive loss of jobs, high insecurity, and extreme poverty. Worried by this development, the Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, retired Ahmed Ali, and the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim, endorsed a renewed strategy to tackle the menace. This was made known when the Chief Executive Officer of the SON met with the customs boss in Abuja. The Controller General explained that such synergy between the 2 agencies of government will yield positive outcomes in the interest of the nation. He expressed delight at the SON's return to the ports, adding that customs will work with officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria closely at the various points of entry to ensure that only goods of acceptable standards are brought into the country. He acknowledged the need for SON expertise in identifying suspected substandard products during joint examination of cargoes. The Controller General stressed that scanners can only identify products but cannot determine their quality.
I'm glad that you're back at the port. I'm so happy that you'll be there 24/7 to see what is happening, to be part of what is happening. But most important, like you said, is for us to now get our officers at the lower level to synergize and begin to work together. We need more of verification. I think we cannot have enough. Honestly, machines cannot do this job. We in the custom, yes, organic, it will tell us if they are bringing steel and scanners identify that this is quite okay, iron rod. For us, it's okay. But what is it, the genuine iron rod or the fake iron rod? I think it is your job to tell us which one is true and which one is not. So that's why we must complement ourselves. And I am happy that you are back. Because it will complement our job and make it better. So that by the time anything exits the port, we know that we are releasing what is genuine to Nigerians and less harmful or not harmful to Nigerians. So I welcome you back, and we will do everything to make sure that our men work hand in hand. The directive will go down, and then we must create a forum to get people to interact. Small workshops here, lectures here, on-the-job training, and if that can be done, then our men will get to synergize better and understand themselves better. That is directive session is very necessary.
The SON boss acknowledged the existing collaboration between the agencies, especially in the last 11 years. SON's return to the ports, he noted, will deepen cooperation between SON and customs and enhance the nation's capacity to dealing with the menace of substandard products.
Our return to port should not be viewed as a challenge to any organization. We don't have any desire to spend an extra minute doing anything that we don't need. So what we ask for is to be able to legitimately, based on our constitutional rights, to be able to join the Joint Task Force, help in the inspection and the forms. There should be a space on that form where we can sign, everybody will sign. Joint inspection does not mean the product is approved, but at least we're on the same page. If there is anything that needs to go further, we are going to put things there clearly that will make sure those steps are followed. We have no desire to disrupt business in this country, but at the same time, my brother, big brother, and I agreed that ease of doing business is not ease of doing imports. No country is built based on open door, where you import everything you feel like importing into a country.
Malam Salim stressed that the SON has no desire to slow down cargo clearance process and appealed to the Comptroller General to assist SON in ensuring that suspected substandard products can be further examined outside the ports, either in SON's facility or the consignee's warehouse.
Inspections and due diligence, and then the container can continue on its own merry way. So we promise and we have no desire to slow down the work of customs. On the other hand, we actually want to make it more efficient for all of us to do our jobs.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
These are substandard products. They are dangerous to human lives and have negative effects on the nation's economy. We work round the clock in search of these products, and wherever we find them, we destroy them. We are committed to the war against substandard and fake products. We are the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Join us on Standard and You, your guide to product quality and safety.
My name is Ifenyua Okonkwo, and you are watching Standard and You, your guide to product quality and safety. There are strong indications that Nigeria has taken steps to enhance its capacity for determining the quality of petroleum products in the country. Government, through the SON, is working with the American Society for Testing Materials, ASTM, to expand the nation's testing capacity for the quality of petroleum products. This was made known at a 4-day intensive training for staff of the organization and other delegates from the African continent.
Jim Olszewski and Augustus Wiredu are experts from American Society for Testing Materials, ASTM, a body that is into standard formulation for petroleum, textiles, food, amongst others. Their mission in Nigeria was to harmonize all the fuel testing protocols or methods used in the petroleum laboratories in Nigeria, Senegal, Ghana, and Côte d'Ivoire. These are countries in Africa selected under the Standard Alliance Program at the instance of USAID, American National Standard Institute, ANSI, and ASTM International. For 4 days, delegates drawn from the Standards Organization of Nigeria and those from standard bodies from the 3 selected African countries were exposed to the rudiments of the various testing processes.
We have been making use of ASTM in all most of our analysis, and we have to commend them because these are approved test methods. They are approved test methods. You cannot just use a test method and say, yes, you have done analysis. But using ASTM test methods, you can actually say, yes, you are using the right method.
Their first visit was at the SON's Lube laboratory, where the American experts and delegates from the 3 African countries inspected facilities at the laboratory. It was a painstaking exercise that lasted for more than 1 hour. At the end, representatives of the ASTM and delegates from the African countries gave their impression of the SON's facility.
I'm really impressed. When you look at what some standard organization of Nigeria have, we visited the Loop labs, we went through so many labs, and we ended at the newly installed solar labs that they have. I'm impressed, especially when I look at the kind of equipment that they have. And then even when you enter, you have new equipment that had come in at the reception area yet to be installed. I think that if all the standards organizations are equipped like the way SON is equipped, it will make the harmonization objective very, very easy, because if you don't have the right tools, the protocol, will be difficult to implement on the bench.
After the tour, I realized that we are not lacking as I presumed, generally, yes. So usually when you are doing a technical document and then you want to put in test methods, you consider the available equipment, the capacity of the human, capital. I mean, if people are trained to do the test methods, usually the test methods are not accepted by the committee because our laboratories aren't equipped enough to do these standards. But from the tour, I realized that we are ready. We are ready to adopt most of the ASTM standards to help with the harmonization of the standards, yes.
The labs are very organized because in every lab we go, we see the procedures, the standards, and the people who are showing the equipments. In any labs, we notice that the people, they master what they're doing. And the equipments also they have a very good politic of maintenance, because most of the equipments are working. There's a small breakdown equipments. This means also that you have a very qualified technician to do the maintenance of these equipments.
An obviously impressed analytical and testing experts from the United States, as well as delegates from the 4 African standard bodies, also inspected testing facilities at 2 private laboratories in Lagos, OVH Energy and SGS.
Projects the company. It projects the company to the international market. Also, it helps the company to improve on what we are currently doing, especially when it comes to testing petroleum product. We've gone to the lab and we've done some analysis, and we'll get a feedback, and we'll see the areas maybe that we need improvement, and we'll definitely improve. So it also will benefit us to ensure that every certificate of analysis that is issued, or every product that goes to our customers, they are products that will meet the customers' requirement. At the end of the day, we are satisfying the customers.
It was a rigorous exercise that took the inspection team through the 2 companies' production processes and laboratories. At the end of the inspection, the experts took the delegates on a capacity-building exercise where they were exposed to the basic knowledge on what is required to achieving standard procedures in petroleum testing. Jim Olszewski speaks on the benefits of the program. Delegates are expected to visit the ASTM laboratory in Florida, United States of America, later in the year.
During those tours, we demonstrated the ASTM methods for trainees here that have come from 4 different countries in an effort to teach them about the best way to conduct the test methods. And so we hope that by reviewing and demonstrating these protocols, everyone can be doing the testing the same way, and we can be ensuring quality products for the region. As a result of the program, we've successfully gathered the 4 countries, discussed the different test methods, and we've realized that each one is using ASTM international standards, but maybe doing them a little bit differently. And so we've discussed what the differences have been, and we've come to some consensus as to what the proper protocol should be.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
Our country right now is threatened by substandard goods, resulting into industries not surviving in this country. We cannot continue to have individuals physically destroying our economy. That's economic sabotage, and we are not going to tolerate that.
Join us on Standard on You, your guide to product quality and safety.
The program you're still watching is Standard on You, your guide to product quality and safety. Grace Schools Bagada Lagos as emerged winner of the maiden edition of the African Organization for Standardization ASO quiz competition held in Lagos. The competition, a Catch Them Young initiative by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, is in commemoration of the 9th Africa Standardization Day scheduled to hold later in the year. Standard and You was there.
These are students from the 15 selected schools in Lagos that participated in the quiz competition. The objective of the exercise was to expose the students to the imperatives of standards so that they can imbibe the culture of quality. Questions were centered around mandates of the Standards Organization of Nigeria and other areas of quality assurance. At the end of the exercise, Grace School won the first prize, followed by Nigerian Tulip International College, while Dancehall High School took the third position.
What I would like to say is, at the beginning of the program, I learned a real lot about what the head of the marketing department said. He spoke about standards. He said something, life is based on standards. I learned a lot from that. And then even from the questions, some very technical questions, But then it's a competition, it's a game, and we are all winners.
I learned that for everything we do in life, there are standards. And if we don't put standards in place, then things will get mixed up. It can even lead to death. So this program, even searching or researching on it, made me realize things that I never even thought of. Now when I go to the supermarket, I realize that I have to start checking expiry dates and more others for safety.
Chairman of the occasion, Adewale Williams, commended the Standards Organization of Nigeria for organizing the quiz, which he describes as a platform for learning. He wants the exercise to be expanded to include other secondary schools across the country.
Most of all the questions that were asked are basically things that surround standardization. And a lot of our children in schools are not aware. But I'm really surprised, all the 15 schools that came today, there were some questions some things that I don't even know, and they all knew it. And those that didn't know it are getting educated, and this is a very good thing. I hope that this won't be just a flash out of the pan. It's something that some will be doing every year, because you need to expand it and even add more questions and so on, because all the questions were about standardization, and we need to start teaching such things in our schools.
For the Director General of the SON, who was represented by Director Marketing of the organization, Engineer Richard Adewumi, the competition was targeted at engendering conscious awareness on standardization in young people. He stressed that the exercise goes beyond just winning the prize, but to make the students and teachers standard ambassadors.
The students have gone very far, tried to know about SON, because they practically answer most of our questions. We were even struggling to get more questions to them. And it's amazing to see how these students can go to that extent of trying to get as much information as they can about SON. Even the standardization, either at the regional level or at the international level, they practically answer all our questions, and it's a very nice one.
The Director General disclosed that plans are on to make the competition an annual event. The competition is in commemoration of the 9th Africa Standardization Day. The African Region Standardization Organization, ASO, is the apex body that regulates and harmonizes standards in Africa.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
I'm here, I want to work. I want to protect our industry. I want to make sure people are employed. I want to make sure bandits don't have people taking over our country because the people don't have jobs. I want to make sure our schools are working because the government is collecting taxes and paying for schools and building roads and building railways. This is what I'm here for.
Join us on Standard on You, your guide to product quality and safety.
It's a must-have accessory for your phone. Without it, you cannot power your phone when its battery runs flat. That means no calls, messages, videos, and internet. I'm pleased to tell you I'll be sharing 5 standard tips on phone charger after responding to your messages. My name is Halimot Osifo. Welcome. Ferdinand Ike from Port Harcourt says, I advise SON to recycle substandard products and then use them to produce quality products. Sure, we can recycle if the substandard products can still be useful and be of good quality in other ways. Otherwise, it will be destroyed by the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Ibrahim from Bida, Niger State says, I am satisfied with the program. Where is your office in Niger State? Thanks, Ibrahim, and we hope to serve you better. SON Niger State office is opposite Government Day Secondary School, Boso Road, Mina, Niger State. Faham Michael from Rivers State says, we know quality products but cannot afford them. Well, as much as consumers' purchasing power can influence their choice of products, we must remember that the cost of patronizing substandard products is not cheap. It's costly and dangerous. Wisdom Junior says, SON, there are firms producing substandard products here. Thank you, Wisdom. Please kindly report dealers on substandard products to the nearest SON office or the number on your screen. Williams from Imo says, I love how you people check products before it gets to the final consumer to reduce fake products and prevent loss of lives. I, Williams, have a role to play as a proud citizen of Nigeria for the prevention of fake products in Nigeria. Thanks, Williams, and glad you know we all have a role to play in tackling the menace of fake and substandard products in Nigeria. Now to 5 standard tips on phone charger. Buy original phone charger from main distributors or reputable outlets. Use the appropriate type of charger as recommended by your phone manufacturer to avoid damaging your charging ports. Make use of a surge protector to save your phone charger from voltage fluctuations. Never use your phone while it's charging. Disconnect if you need to. Don't pull the charger cable to unplug. Gently remove from the head. There you have it, 5 standard tips on phone charger. And that concludes this week's episode of your favorite public sensitization program, Standard and You. We love to hear from you, so send in your messages with your full name and location to the number 0705-972-4455. You can watch the program online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Thanks for being a part of the program, and as always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Goodbye.
Why you dey buy fake product, Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.